TV.
You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV, shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV. Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV, shout out.
Welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. Y'all know we are undergoing some upgrades. I gotta get it right for y'all. We had some people complaining, so I'm finna get it done for y'all. Y'all know I care about the quality of this podcast, and we gonna make it great by any means necessary. Get right into it. Man, why look like Durk got scared and started growing facial hair as soon as he got arrested? Boy, this stuff is out of control, ain't it, man? Man, this stuff is not funny though. Like, the reason why it's so bad is this ain't the state, brother. These are the feds, and guess what, Smirkio? They don't want your money. They want your Mr. Postman. They want that Yeah. Or either that info. But like we know, Smirkio look up to his daddy, and he's a follower of his daddy's and his ways and actions. And Smirkio, for all we know, is gonna keep it solid. And for people like that, the feds love to make you a deceased legend. You know what I'm saying? Not deceased in that way, but a person who's gonna be up in there until he's deceased. So, you know, you're living as a deceased man. So this was reported by the first journalist that I was able to see. It was reported about 4 hours ago. So Durk was probably apprehended no more than 6-7 hours ago at the most. So this is very recent news, and it's just crazy, man, because if I was Durk, I would have, and this is bad advice, but as soon as I heard that the feds had picked up 5 OTF affiliates, I seen that OTF affiliates on there, I would have low-key went on the Rizon, you know what I'm saying, and let the blogs and the news believe what they want to believe. You feel me? And I would, and at that, I would make it seem like, in the blogs, like I'm still in the U.S. or whatever. But I would have been long gone, or trying to be long gone, because it seemed like he was just picked up just easily. They said they holding him at Broward County, so that would have to be Broward County, which would have to be Florida. I'm guessing, y'all. Don't hold me to it, but I'm saying what only makes sense to me. And that probably ain't got nothing to do with it, because that's probably just where they have him at right now, because it's the feds. Probably ain't got nothing to do with him. He probably wasn't even in Florida, but he probably was in Florida for whatever reasons. You know what I'm saying? But I guess Smirkio didn't go on a run because he probably thought that he was going to be able to change his persona. He was trying to change the way the public looked at him with that peace stuff. You know, putting all this, we gonna discuss that, putting all the people that he was against, alleged ops, and doing this whole peace thing. It was all fake, man. And that's what I ate about this all, with an H at the beginning. That's what I ate about this, man. It was all fake, man. And that was Durk's way of trying to get the feds. He thought the feds was gonna get off his natural ASS by creating this Kumbaya Durk. That's what we should have called. That's what he should have named this. So Kumbaya Smirk. Ooh, Kumbaya Smirk. Kumbaya Smirkio. Kumbaya Smirk. He's trying to change his old persona in hopes that he make us believe that this Kumbaya Smirk, right? In hopes that would detach him away from the violence that's been associated with OTF in the past, and those 5 that been picked up. You know what I'm saying? And you can already know he gonna already deny to be the leader of OTF. So that along with this peace stuff, I guess in his mind, would instead of going on a run and man, Smirkio, boy, you should have been talking to your daddy more than anything, or talking to some real criminals. Forget the going to pray. You should have talked to some criminals and got some advice, because what you did was not of God, brother. You know what I'm saying? So there's only so much God is going to do for you when the act was not of him. So you did evilish act with a D at the beginning. So you should have went to the evils with a D at the beginning for assistance. You should have went to the demons with a D. You should have went to them and got up out of here. But before we get into the rest of this breakdown, I don't have footage for you, but getting into the rest of this here, you know what I'm saying? Before we do, I gotta ask you to quickly hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? This lets the algorithm know that this video deserves to do more than 1 or 2 views. I need this to go up there at least a little bit. So hit that for me. Along with that, share this video with not just yourself, family, friends, associates, whoever you can get that out there to. Please do that for me. The biggest thing that you can do for Soda TV, hit that subscribe button. And if you don't want to do it now, you can wait to the end, see if I earn it. But don't stand me up. I'll remind you at the end. Last but not least, hit that notification bell. That's for you to be notified on upcoming content and anything we provide in the future. Alright, back to it. So this push and peace was fake. It was fake. I can't believe it, man. Like, that's what get me F the arrest. Let's put the arrest to the side right quick. The world was touched, right, by this persona you put on, this pushing peace, and this, especially with what you just did. You put 50 plus. I don't know how many people was on that billboard or what, that blimp that you had at your birthday bash. You had so many of your so-called rivals, your ops, those deceased brothers, and I think you had some sisters up there, specifically Blazing Dow's mother, and she was so touched that I believe she was crying. I don't know specifically, but they said that she was, oh, my mother up there, you put my mother. So obviously she was overwhelmed, overjoyed, she probably was crying tears of joy, tears of relief, and probably a little bit of sadness up in there. But nevertheless, you had basically the world in an emotional frenzy, right? But it was all a lie. You didn't even believe in it. That's why you didn't do it when Duck was alive. That's crazy, Dirk. And that's the part you need to be punished for, that, brother. Forget all that, no, not forget the slide and stuff, because the man gonna see to it that you don't escape those consequences. But you did this to the people. You did this to us. And that's why I don't buy that push and peace stuff like that. And then you hooked up. I should have known when you hooked up with the fakest peace pusher in the history of pushing peace. I should have known. J Main, you got that fake push and peace from J Main. That's what J Main gave you. That's why you had him around. He hooked you up with that fake push and peace kit. J Main hooked you up with that peace pushing kit. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. And J Main is another story, because his is about as fake as a $2.50 bill too. You know what I'm saying? But moving on, man. Like, Dirk saw, well, he knew way before we did. It's crazy. So when he was at his birthday bash and all this recent stuff, he knew that 5 of his guys, they probably been calling home and calling him and all that, man. Probably just got off the phone with them before he hit the stage. He knew that his guys had been pinched. You know that they locked up, and you create this fake peacekeeping image that you wanted to use to soften up the hearts of the feds, because you thought the feds had a heart. Darkio thought the feds had a heart. No, they got less of a heart than these people in the streets think they got less of a heart than you proclaim to have in your songs, Dirk. They got less of a heart than some of those dudes you got behind you, Dirk. All those dudes you brought on $1 million worth of game with Gilly and them. You filled that, you brought $1 million and you filled the room with like 75 dudes. Yeah, ain't none of them dudes vultures like the feds. No heart. You finna see. Zero heart, brother. And you know, you thought that was gonna detach you from the violence that OTF been kicking out, specifically the recent one with your guys being pinched. So you thought that was gonna separate you, basically. You thought that Angel Smirkio, dang man, you know, nah man, the only thing the feds want is that natural black light-skinned of yours. I was checking all of the, like, I was researching, and what I didn't find is if Dirk had a bond. But then I was like, Goofy, the feds got him. You been to the feds, Goofy, you know ain't no bond. And I'm like, I'm Goofy. So I'm like, okay, but under special, not guidelines, under special circumstances, you can get a bond in the feds, but it has to be special. And I believe Dirk can fall under the special guidelines. I'm not against that because I know how it works. But first you come through, you get the grand jury indictment, which is basically you're found guilty before it all. It's like the pre-guilty. Like the grand jury indictment is them basically taking all the evidence, bringing it to, what is it, 5 to 7 people? I don't know the exact number, but it's 3, 5, or 7 people. I think it's 5, 7 people. But anyway, you have multiple people there that are there to examine the evidence that they have, the feds have, and they are saying yay or nay whether you need to be arrested and charged. So like I say, that's basically pre-guilty. Like, it's bad, man. The feds is bad. And then from there, it ain't like the state where you get a bond. But like I said, I know I've never saw my whole time and experience in the feds, I've never seen anybody get a bond or leave out with a bond. But I'm sure, you know how rappers be getting all these special, the T.I. law with T.I. get caught with 90 million extended. This dude had blicks like this with robot blicks, and they was 22s. I'm like, man, what type of stuff? But I said that to say special laws are there in the feds that they may grant you a bond. But with that being said, do y'all think Dirk is going to somehow get our own bond from the feds? Because we know the feds don't want your money, brother. They either want your that information you got to offer. But I think for bond they do see. But if you do fall under whatever special requirements, they do take assets. So it's crazy. I said assets. They want that or you know what I'm saying, or them assets, which is, you feel me? Y'all know what the assets is. You know, you can put that land, them houses up. I think Dirk said he had all them. He had a trucking. What was that? Was it a semi truck company or the trucks that was put? Anyway, he had a trucking business and some other stuff. So, you know, you probably had to put a majority of some of that stuff up, and you know, rappers are willing to put up whatever they got to to get out of jail, because that ain't where you see how the rappers act when they get up in there. You know, Dirk willing to put up, I guarantee you, if every asset, if they got to take 80% of everything he owns and put it up on the bond, I guarantee you Dirk could drop that right now. So that's what. So y'all let me know, is he gonna be out of there on bond, or is he gonna be in jail until he gets sentenced and until he completes that sentence? So basically he gonna be in there until he done served all his time. One or the other. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and I'm gonna come there with y'all. We gonna get this all understood, because this is crazy. Along with that, can you please attach that like button? I told y'all, this lets the algorithm know that this video deserves for more than a couple people to see it, right? That button gets the viewers up. Also, share this video with not just yourself, we ain't being stingy, but family, friends, etc. Get it out there for me if you got the time. The biggest thing you can do for me to get me out there, you know what I'm saying, if you mess with me, press that subscription button. That's for me and you. You know what I'm saying? It works both ways with that button, but for me specifically, that's all love. Last but not least, notification bell. That's for you to be notified on any and everything this channel produces in the future. You know, we gonna keep you up to date. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's all I got for you. This is the greatest podcast on YouTube at this time. Self-proclaimed #1. Soda TV. See it right there. Nicely written. Go and get up out of here.